Hello and welcome to this pit stop for Tulip Bubble, designed by Kouyou and published by Moaideas Game Design. In Tulip Bubble, 3 to 5 merchants are going to spend around an hour vying to make the most money in 17th century the Netherlands in the tulip market of the time. Now, players are going to be attempting to buy different varieties of tulips by using their bidding markers during the game, during the buy phase, and they will come from the new arrivals, which are the only ones available to be bought at the time. If only one marker appears on a tulip, they refer to the current market prices and they pay the amount. In this case, there are 3 colours available of tulips. This is the yellow, and the ranks, there's 3 ranks. This is a C, in which this player is going to pay 3 money and take this card. If ever there's more than one bid marker on a card, then there's going to start an auction at the current market price. In this case, a BY is 13, and go upwards until one player is no longer willing to take part in the auction. That players who have dropped out are going to get a small compensation from the bank, and the player willing to pay most is going to claim that tulip. Now, you might not be able to afford to buy all the tulips you've bid on, in which case the bank will help you out and they'll take that tulip into finance, and you'll be stuck with an auction marker on there which will give you less flexibility in buying, and you'll have to pay the bank back before you can have full flexibility in how you sell that tulip. Now, there's a selling phase each round, and again we're going to refer to the market price, and players have the chance to sell their cards back. In this case, 3 reds, ABC is going to earn them a whopping 73 guilders, or maybe the white C will get you a more modest 9 guilders. There's a second way of selling, not just to the market though. There are always 3 collectors available until they've been sold to anyway. And this servant down here wants a C1, C2 and C3 of one colour. And should a player be able to fulfill that order, they will get the base amount of money, in this case 39 from the market, but they'll also get the bonus from whichever the collector is, in this case an extra 10 guilder. Now, there's 2 ways in which the prices of these tulips are going to fluctuate. We look at the market at the end of the round, once all the tulips have been bought, have been taken away from there. The colour of tulip which has the most remaining on here in the next shipment, which will be the next tulips to arrive to market, and those that have been sold this turn, is going to reduce in price by 1. And the colour of tulip with the fewest is going to raise in price by 1. The second way that the market is going to fluctuate is via event cards, one of which gets played each turn, which will cause particular colours of tulips to rise in price, will cause a surge in the price of the lowest tulip, or a crash in the price of the highest tulip. And tulips can never be on the same rank, so a crash can cause you to go down more than one at a time, and the same for a surge if the other tulips are in the way. The game is going to end in one of 2 ways. If a player ever has 120 guilder on their turn and no tulips in hock to the bank, they can pay 120, buy the Queen of the Night and instantly win the game. The second way is that in the bottom 3 cards of the event deck, so taking 7 to 9 rounds, there is a bubble burst, which ends the game immediately. All tulip cards on hand are worth nothing. Players count up their money, and any of the tulips which they still have in hock to the bank, they must pay that money back. And the player with the most guilders is going to win the game of Tulip Bubble. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out the Game Pit channel on YouTube, and for more in-depth coverage of gaming, please find the Game Pit podcast.